Boxing Truth here. Just want to give my post-fight thoughts to the Gary Russell Jr. Joseph Diaz Jr. fight. It was a good scrap between these two guys. However, I was quite disgusted with the bias commentating, the trash scorecard Steve Hart turned in, only giving Diaz Jr. 2 rounds. It was a good close scrap. I had it for Diaz 7 rounds to 5. I thought he landed the better shots, did the better body work, had the better moments in the fight, whooped Gary Russell Jr.'s ass in the rounds that he won, whooped his ass in the last round. But the fight was too close. He was in the guy's hometown fighting on an Al Haymon promoted card. And Russell, he dug deep. He showed his toughness as he usually does. But he got too much credit for simply throwing punches. But he wasn't very accurate with his punches, wasn't very effective with his punches, not as effective as Diaz. But Diaz's mistake was he didn't throw enough, wasn't busy enough, and he gave away too many rounds simply because Russell just drew more punches than him. He was more active than him, and a lot of the rounds Russell won, he pretty much stole. Similar to tonight's fight in the main event between Stevenson and Jack. Diaz had the better moments. Jack against Stevenson had the better moments, but gave away too many rounds. Wasn't active enough. And Russell, he threw a lot of punches, but he wasn't very accurate. I saw a lot of shots landing on the gloves. Saw a lot of shots being blocked. He had some good middle portion of the rounds, but I thought Diaz Jr. edged it. But the fight was too close. He wasn't going to get the decision. And the 115-113 card was the most accurate of how the fight went down. It was a good close scrap. I don't have a problem. People thought Russell won by 2 points. I don't have a problem. People thought it was a draw. But you can make a case that Diaz won the fight. But he wasn't busy enough, wasn't active enough, and he just didn't make it clear-cut enough. So there was no way he was going to get the decision. That's what I stated in my prediction video. He had to make it clear cut, and he was unable to. But I'm proud of Diaz Jr.'s performance. He showed his class. He showed he's a good fighter. He could have set up the jab more. Russell was wide open for the jab. He was wide open for the body shots, obviously, which Diaz Jr. took advantage of. But Russell showed good conditioning. He showed good activity, drew a lot of punches, but he wasn't the more effective fighter tonight. But it was on his bill. It was in his hometown. The referee was trash, totally against Diaz Jr. Was warning him for every little fucking thing. So Diaz pretty much, it was 2-on-1, and he had 2 judges that didn't give him any credit for the work that he did. 9 rounds to 3. Don't agree with that. But, you know, in a rematch, Diaz would beat Russell, but there ain't gonna be no rematch. Russell fulfilled his mandatory obligation, so he gets to fight whoever he wants for the next year. Hopefully he becomes a little more active. Maybe has a unification fight before he decides to move up. But the boy ain't that good. Very open to the body. Santa Cruz eats him up, dogs him if they ever fight. But there are some fights, some fighters he could beat in the division. Warrington, maybe Frampton. But Santa Cruz, nah. But that will be the fight that would make the most obvious sense for him going forward. And if he was to move up, his speed and his combinations would give some fighters problems. But Tank Davis too much dog for him, so he'll whoop that ass. But overall, I wasn't that impressed with Russell. A lot of shoe shine punches that got too much credit. A lot of inaccurate punches. But it is what it is. He got the decision, and he moves forward. But the protection was in place, so I wasn't too impressed. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the fight. Good, solid scrap, close fight. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.